Welcome to Taiji Finger Skills Part 2. This video series is about not only the fingers but the entire hand itself. In this video, I show an easy to set up testing method to determine if your joints in your fingers and hands are loose and open as they should be, and please keep in mind this is not meant to depict an actual martial application. It is only a testing procedure. Hello, I'm going to talk a little bit more about the fingers and hands. I did a Finger Skills Part 1, we'll call this Part 2, and I already have a Part 3 in mind, so there'll be at least one more. We were talking in class about learning how to lightly, relaxedly extend the fingers, which would be different than a kind of a tight extension. They want to be extended when we do our moves, but it's a relaxed extension. And I just want to, you won't be able to see this real well on tape, but hopefully with Robert's feedback it may make a little sense that there's some differences here. What I'm going to do is just have a regular hand, like we're going to do a handshake with Robert here. And what I want you to do, Robert, is after we get in position, and I'm just going to be regular here with my hand, I want you to squeeze my hand in and tell me what you feel.
Well, the first time it feels solid and then it gets softer.
Right, but I'm just being regular.
Squeeze?
Yeah, as much as you want. Try to crush my hand in. Yeah, like that. That's good. Alright, so he's squeezing, and I feel that, and I feel this kind of getting crunched in on. My bones are starting to get pushed together and so forth. If I come in with an extension of my fingers, but I'm tight, he'll be able to feel a difference in that. Well, let me see if he can explain what he's feeling. So now I'm going to come in and I'm going to have this extended, but I'm going to do it through tension. Go ahead and squeeze as hard as you can.
It's more difficult to squeeze.
Right, but okay, and we're going to have to compare it with the third one because I don't want to.
I can grip, but I actually can't squeeze that.
Right, but it should feel hard, as in not hard, difficult. But you should feel the hardness of it because I'm actually forcing outward. And that protects me in a way, but if he's stronger, he'll break through that more easily. But if I have a relaxed extension, how's that feel?
It feels like a marshmallow.
Right. But do you feel like you're able to get a good hold of it?
I can grip it, but it feels very soft.
Okay,
Yeah.
Which should be different than if I just do nothing here. That you can actually, you should feel the bones, and you can feel the bones going in. With a relaxed extension, what do you feel?
It feels different.
In what way? Explain for the world.
I can get a grip, but I can't squeeze, and it feels like a charge.
Okay, and so, and I'm going to do one last thing. Actually, I'll do a couple things. So, I'm going to do this conventionally again, like regular handshake with no kinds of an extension. And I want you to start squeezing, right? And now, if I want to squeeze, that's what happens. Now, it was kind of weird, actually, that's the first time I've ever done that. I had a hard time getting my hand to work because it was already squeezed in, but I started squeezing and you should have felt that squeeze coming in. Now I'm going to do an extension through tension. Now squeeze me again, and I'm going to try to maintain that, and I'm having a hard time maintaining that as I squeeze because with the tense extension, everything's extended out, and so I'm actually fighting myself as I try to grip. So actually I would think that didn't hurt you as much as I was squeezing. Now I'm going to do a relaxed extension here, and then squeeze, maintaining that relaxed extension. Alright, so good, there's my relaxed extension, and then the squeeze with the relaxed extension. So I could still have a good mobility, and just like we talked about in Part 1, when I squeezed his arm, for instance, it can penetrate well. So even though he's squeezing on me, he's not able to apply a lot of power to my hand, and he's not hurting me, and yet I'm still able to close my hand on his and cause a great discomfort there. So, like I said, this just came from what we were talking about in class the other day about extending the fingers. In fact, I'll do another video on the fingertip extensions, a quick exercise that I give my students, and I also give them a jellyfish and goldfish exercise that I could make videos about also. But this was just finger skills part 2, and like I said, I'm definitely going to have at least one more, which will be part 3. All right, thank you, Robert. Thank you, Eddie, for filming, and goodbye.